Morning. So this is my initial blackcurrant harvest from my blackcurrant bushes down the garden. I'm going to make some jam. I haven't weighed them, but I reckon there's a good maybe 2.5 kilos, 3 kilos there. So I'm just going to be using 2 bags, so 2 kilos of granulated sugar. I've put a bit of water in the bottom of my preserving pan so they don't stick, and I'm just going to bring it up to the boil slowly just to get this fruit cooked off. Yeah, and then I'm going to make some jam. I haven't made any jam for ages, so I'm going to make some jam and get it potted, and I will show you once it's done. I'll see if I can do it where I can show you in a minute when it's boiling. Bear with. So I have put a litre of water in here eventually. It's coming up to temperature, started to boil a little bit. See the bubbles? So I'm going to cook these a bit more before I put the sugar in, because as soon as I put the sugar in, the currants don't cook as much. They kind of they won't break down. So I'm going to get these few stalks out that are left in there that I've missed before it gets too hot. And I've got my jars ready, so we're going to just cook a bit more. Cook this a little bit more. Oh, got a frog in my throat. So yeah, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, that is how I want it to be. It is, I've mashed it with the potato masher to squash most of the fruit. And it's more stewy rather than black currants floating about in some water. So that is exactly how I'd like it. And we are going to put 2 bags of sugar in. We're going to stir this. I've got to turn it down because we want that sugar to dissolve and not burn. So only ever half fill your preserving pan with fruit, because otherwise it will boil all over. So now I've turned it right down to 3, and what we're going to do is dissolve this sugar, and we'll know when it's dissolved because, can you see, it will stop being visible on the side of the pan. So I'm going to go and stir this for a little bit. I'm going to dissolve the sugar on this low heat, and then I am going to turn it back up so I can get this on a rolling boil, ready to test for setting point. And you do want to stir it regularly so it doesn't stick to the bottom of your pan and burn. So just put the hob back up to 6. I can hear it. The sugar has dissolved. And now I'm just waiting for this to come up to a boil. As I say, keep stirring, otherwise the bottom of your pan will burn, and we don't want that. And what we're going to go for now is a rolling boil. Okay, this is what we want. I'm actually going to turn it down a little bit. keep stirring. It won't affect the boil. It will still boil, but it will stop it boiling up over your pan, which you definitely do not want. Let's see the little bubble. That is what we want. So I'm going to boil it for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to test for the set. At this point, I'm going to put a little bit of butter in there, and that'll get rid of all that foam around the outside, all this. Right, I'm just going to show you this. Excuse the chaos in the background. My dogs are having a mad five. So, see, it's going all wrinkly. That means that jam is ready. So I am going to turn it off, and I'm going to get it into the jars, and I will be back shortly. I've actually got my jam thermometer in there because I forgot I had it, but you don't need it. That wrinkly test is the way to do it. So this has been boiling about 5 minutes, as said. Okay, I have got a mess. 17 jars of jam for the stores. And there you go. That's washing up. But you can see, so I'm going to make myself some toast. Have a clean round. And that is my start of my jam making for this year. Black currant jam. Thank you very much.